Hi, cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Wednesday, July the 13th, 2022. All right, let's get right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, excuse me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. Really, it was more like a 6, but I'll go ahead and give it a 7 just because we got more information is starting to come out, which is always a good thing. All right, so let's go with Taylor and Deacon. So they're sitting there, they're still at El Giardino. Um, is it El Giardino or El Giardino? Anyways, they're still at the restaurant talking. And Deacon is just like, we're losers. And Taylor was like, don't call me a loser, call yourself one. Because she's like, I mean, we knew that Brooke and Ridge were going to get back together, and we're the losers because we fell for it and we wanted to believe, we lost out on, the people that we wanted to be with. But she tells him, okay, so they got back together. It's not the end of the world. We'll still have our lives. We can still move on and be good people. And she just tells him, you, that he's a good person because he's, talking about himself and just like, he tries to be a good person, but he always does bad things. And she says, you're fun to be around. She said, so I'm cautious about you because I already know that, you can do. You don't always stay on the straight and narrow path. You can do some things. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Deacon makes no bones about the type of person he is. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And all that. And then she tells him about, how can I trust Sheila? And he was like, listen, she was my friend too. He said, but, he was like, I knew that Sheila is Sheila. He said, but never in a million years would I thought she would kill her son and then try to kill Steffi, attempt to kill Steffi. He said, I never would have thought that, with Sheila because she always wanted to be with her son so much. And so they just continue to talk and they're just going to support each other and just be fun friends from a distance, but they're not, it doesn't look like they're trying, at least they're not trying to go after a relationship or anything like that. They're just supporting each other in their loss of the people that they wanted to be with. And so she tells him, so if you hear from Sheila, he said, don't worry, I will go to the police. And she said, and then can I be the next call because Sheila has to be stopped. And they're just cool with each other. So that was it with Taylor and Deacon. So then we go over to Brooke and Ridge, and he's still doing what he did the other day, which is that he's with Brooke, but he's thinking about the safety of Taylor. And you listen, y'all know I did not want him to be with Taylor at all. So I am very happy that he is with Brooke and everything. But the part that I don't like is that if you're with Brooke, you have security for Taylor, you know all of that. Then focus on just being with Brooke. And Brooke is just like, this is one of the reasons why I love you because you care so much and everything. And I would be like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Because I'd be like, love the one you're with, sir. You're with me right now. Just focus on me. And she tells him, you have security around us. You have security around Taylor. Thomas is staying with her. Everything will be fine. And he's like, yeah, I know. And he was just like, Taylor's just so trusting. And he doesn't want her to fall into the wrong hands. And they go on that whole speech that they've been saying for the last 2-3 days. And I'm like, sir, you're acting like this is a child. Taylor is an adult woman. Whoever she decides to be with, that is her business. Whoever she decides to become friends with, that's her business. And he said, Taylor was so trusting of Sheila because of what happened on that roof, them saving each other's lives and everything. And so she let her guard down with Sheila. But Taylor had kind of been letting her guard down with Sheila. She was still cautious, but yes, after what happened on the roof, she did completely let her guard down because she trusted Sheila. She didn't know what Sheila had done. But anyways, um, so he's just concerned and he's venting about, Sheila being on the loose. So he says, I'm going to call Baker. And Baker is like, ooh, Rich. And so Baker stops by the house. He said, I want you to ring me out by going. I'm going to go and stop over here and get it. And Rich says, that's not what I'm trying to do. And then proceeds to do exactly that. And so he says, how could y'all let her go missing? And he says, well, Guthrie, I think he said Guthrie. Is that Mike's last name? And Brooke said, wait, what he says it looks like an inside job. And she said, wait, what was the last name you said? And then Baker said, Guthrie. And he said, is that, and she said, why does that name sound so familiar? I said, talk to Eric, because he probably will remember the name. Talk to one of them, because they will remember the name or whatever, and what he's done for them. But anyways, they don't remember. They know the name. Brooke knows it sounds familiar, but she can't remember why. So that's it. Pretty much with them, they're giving Baker a hard time. Ridge is like, my grandchildren, her grandchildren, they have to play outside with men with guns and all that kind of stuff. Mm, Sheila on the loose. Sheila's on the loose, so it is what it is. That's just how it's gonna be. And Baker said, I'm doing everything I can. I have all my resources. And Ridge is like, oh, you're doing everything you can. I said, Ridge, now the man just said you were going to do this to him. And you said, I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this to you. But then proceed to do exactly that. Let's move on. It's been the same thing for the last few days. Let's move on. So then we see Sheila and Finn. So Finn is in Sheila went to get medicine, and Finn is there, and he trying to get up. He trying to walk jog because he trying to get back to Steffi. And so Sheila comes in and she was like, what are you doing? He says, I can't let, because they be going inside Finn's head. I can't let her know that I'm trying to walk and trying to get away. So he says, I just wanted to see if I could move, just see it and whatever. He said, but I can't. And Sheila was like, you have to rest. You can't move when I'm not here or someone's not here, because something could happen to you. And I don't want anything to happen to you. We want you to recover. And he said, medicine. She was like, it was too risky. I couldn't get it. And he was like, I need medicine. She says, I know. I'm going to get you medicine. I'm going to try and all this. And then Mike comes over. So she goes outside and leaves the door open a crack. So Finn is trying to figure out who Mike is, because he's here, and he was like, who is Mike? I got to get to Steffi. I got to get out of here. So he was like, who is Mike? But he doesn't know who Mike is. So Mike is talking to Sheila, and she says, I need your help. It depends on my son. My son's life is at stake. And so Mike said, what you need now, Sheila? I already helped you get out of jail. What else do you need from me? He's like, I knew when I got the call from you, it was because you wanted something. And she said, she was like, I told you my son's life is, I need medicine. And he's like, go to the pharmacy. She said, funny, Mike, I can't just go to the pharmacy. And he says, well, I can't help you. I can't help you. And she said, remember last time when you tried to double cross me? and you remember the last time when you tried to double cross me and they showed the dogs? And he said, I had them dogs eating out my hand by the time the elevator closed or whatever. And Mike said, I've been taming. I tamed them like I've been trying to tame you for years or whatever. She said, I don't have time for that. She said, I don't have time for that type of a talk. I just told you my son is at life is at stake, and you try to crack some jokes and be all like this or whatever. I don't have time for that. And so Micah says, Sheila, I can't help. I don't want to help you do this. What you want me to do? And she said, I need you to get medicine for my son. And y'all, I'm not going to hold you much longer at all, because that was the Bold and the Beautiful day. I mean, they've been showing the same 6 character for the past 2, 3, 4 days. The only thing they did different today is they brought on Baker and Mike. Otherwise, we've been saying the same storyline for the past few days. And it is what it is. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow for a new episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you. See you on a new edition of What Happened on the Soaps, Bold and the Beautiful. Bye.